Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we continued work on the petroleum processing facility that is eventually going to be a thing. We initially got the area cleared. We're still working on clearing trees. My bots are still, working on that project. We got the initial offloading area set up. We set up some storage for multi-phase oil and eventually natural gas. And then we established our first well over here for multi-phase oil and are loading that oil onto a train and sending that train in there to begin offloading. And we actually now have a sizable amount of multi-phase oil in our tanks. And our tanks, we should be able to expand this storage area over time if we deem it necessary. Now, we are over here where we set up a second well to take advantage of these sources of multi-phase oil that were in the original starting base that we never utilized. And I did go ahead and actually put down a few more roboports to give some more coverage over here. And we're going to go ahead and set this loading up, get a train going, and then we'll probably go see if we can't find some natural gas to begin moving into the facility. And I'm not that worried about getting a ton of material coming in just yet. Right now, it's all about just kind of getting the processes working, right? So, and also setting up in a way that is expandable so that we can increase throughput as necessary. Now, I did get a suggestion on the last episode that I should try to load my trains directly out of a tank rather than doing what I did over here. Let me just turn that off because it's a bit annoying. Rather than doing what I did over here by basically trying to pump out of the tank via pipes into the wagons. So we'll give that a shot because it should be faster. We shall see. Do you want to use the small inline tanks? Well, first off, we're going to need 2 pumps. Yeah, let's... With the way that this is set up, that I already dropped this tank and it's already full of oil, I don't want to demolish it because I don't want to lose all that oil. So, let's go ahead and at least over here, let's do a couple of small inline tanks. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this up so that you pump into the wagon, you pump into the wagon, and then we have an inline tank there, and an inline tank there, and then these guys should be able to fill up. Right, yep, there we go. And the output out of these wells looks really, really good, so... can I make these better? Or could I use a substation? No, we'll just make these better for now. Can I get them close enough? Yes, I can. There we go. We only needed to use 1. Good. Okay, so let's let these guys fill up with multi-phase oil. Now, how much do these actually hold? They hold 50,000. So this may not actually work how I'd like. Because you'd want like enough tank behind these pumps to fully load the car, the wagon. But let's just drop the wagon on here and let's see what happens. Yeah, that definitely runs a lot faster. But we may need to redesign this. So let me just remove that now that it's empty. And put that on there. Zoom. And then remove that now that it's empty. I'm not worried about destroying pipe, even though there is some oil in the pipe. These hold 80K. Okay, so we actually want these. Rather than... because these hold 50,000. So... yeah, we want to be able to roll in here and then fill the entire thing straight away. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that adjustment. Now, for now, these are just going to fill at the normal rate that these pipes can handle. But once they fill up, we should start collecting oil in these tanks. Alright, and so while that's working, let's get you some fuel. Let's tell you to go to the refueling station, an activity for 5 seconds. And we're going to need like a new refueling station. We're going to have to redesign it. But, you know, that's... you know, neither here nor there at the moment. Hold on. What is this thing called? Okay. No, it's not called anything useful. What are we calling this? Multi-phase oil east. I guess we'll call this multi-phase oil central, I guess. So then what you're going to do is you're going to reload. You're going to head to multi-phase oil. Central, let's see, inventory full. And then you're going to head to the refinery, multi-phase oil delivery, inventory empty or inactive or sitting in the bay for too long. There we go. And I need to fix this name because it will follow convention a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this thing's filling up. That thing's filling up. That thing's filling up. Alright, good. Alright, and you're good to go. Get started. Alright, so natural gas deposits. Now, we have one over here we can start utilizing. We'll add another loading bay over here, then pipe it. And we may even be able to take this and pipe it as well, because it's not that far, really. And then what we can do is we can actually probably put 2 trains. Do we actually want to do 2 trains? We would need a bigger loading bay. That's not impossible. That is not impossible. Alright. So... the quickest way to get over there is to ride a train. So what I'm gonna need is to call a train over here. So, let's see. I want you to head to the refueling station. And we'll just wait for it. Nope, that's not who we're after. Alright, here comes a train. There we are. That's who we're looking for. And then head to the drop-off. Now, these old Mark I trains are going to be a bit slower than the Mark IIIs. So I may want to look into potentially upgrading them to Mark IIIs. Alright. Now we have no logistics over here, and it would take quite an undertaking to get out here. Maybe something I want to look into is sending logistics, like roboports, down this rail line. Not impossible. But I think for now, we'll just use my built-in roboports. Alright, clear all these trees. Alright. Let's see. First thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to do this. If we're going to want a bigger loading area that's going to have some parking, so we're going to park multiple trains there without backing up across these other loading bays. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Nope, that's not it either. There we are. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let's just get these trees out of here. Alright, will this fit? No, it's going to need to move 2 units south, but that's where we're going to want it. Perfect. And then we're going to need signals, kind of allowing the trains to queue up a little bit. Exiting out. There we go. And yeah, let's get rid of those trees. Let's see, I'm trying to decide if I want any other signals. I should be able to put, like, chain signals here, and they should be okay. As long as this is a chain signal. Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll have to see if it causes problems with the trains. Alright, So, we're also going to need a signal here because I don't have it in the blueprint, and I got to fix that. All right, let's see. We need it. There. Okay. And let's go ahead and set up the loading area. 2 Mark III pumps, and because this is gas, I'm going to use the round Petrochem tanks for gas, even though it doesn't really matter, but, you know, just for flavor purposes. All right, you. And then let's put in a large. Do I have any large? No, I don't have a large. All right, so we will do a large pole there, and then we'll link it in to that there. And then we'll attach you to there, you to there. And these can hold 125, which is enough for 2.5 train loads. Alright, so we now just need to get to the actual wells, get some pump jacks down, get everything piped over. Alright, we need 4 pump jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to run myself out of materials here. Primarily, iron, I believe, is what's going to cost me the most here. Let's see, how many of these ports do I have left? I still do have a bunch of the ports. So I may actually run that line of ports out here anyway. Alright, we have 1 pump jack. There it is. We have the second. We've almost got the third. There it is. We need to push it out that way. And actually, let's go ahead and just pump them all that way so that we can just kind of plumb this in. There we go. And then you can push the oil south. And can I get this to cover everybody? Indeed I can. Alright, natural gas. Oh, actually, we didn't want to come that far. We want to turn this south. I think right about here should be fine. Let's just turn it south there. Let's see if we can get past all these trees, which it does not look like we can. And, okay, there we are. Getting natural gas in the 2 tanks. Actually, what might be better is to just link them like that. Okay, that'll do, at least initially. Alright, so let's get our train set up. We're going to want... Oh, we don't have titanium bearings. I believe I actually put them in the logistics system. So we're going to have to head back and start getting these roboports set up here. It'll be a long walk. Alright, I'll pause this. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I went ahead and just took care of running the roboports all the way out here. So now we have a nice line of network all the way out here. And so hopefully we will get deliveries of some of the stuff we need. Alright, because we do need those bearings. Well, there's a large section of the map that has no coverage. Alright, but there are bots coming. And the question becomes, did I actually put those bearings in the system? Yes, they should be. Alright, well that actually brought me enough to make the locomotive. So we can do that. I mean... guess I could go with that. And we'll call this natural gas west. Not wheat. What is that? West. There we go. You can colorize the train. There we are. Alright, more bearings. Yay. Okay. Well, we need titanium. Maybe we should increase our order. Alright, well, and while I'm waiting, we can go ahead and put some fuel in here. You know, I'm just going to put all of the wood in there. And you're going to head to refueling station, inactivity. And then you're going to come to natural gas west, inventory full. And then you're going to go to refinery, natural gas delivery, inventory empty, inactivity, or time passed. There we go. And still no titanium. I mean, it should be coming. It's the bots have a long trip to get out here. Let's see, what's that? Not titanium. There's some titanium. Not enough, though. Alright, well, what I'll probably do is just go ahead and wait for that stuff to get back here. And then once it has arrived and I can make those fuel tanks, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I am back. I actually decided that rather than waiting for them, I actually drove myself using the train all the way back to where I was going. Alright, I'm actually going to copy that train. And actually, this is now offset. So I am going to need to bring this... Where's the sweet spot? Alright, hold on. This is going to be the easiest way to do this. Alright, back off and tell him go to that station. There we go. Perfect. Boom. There it goes. I'm doing 2 trains. There you go. You fuel all the fuel, okay? And then we're gonna Oh, I just did that, didn't I? Oh boy. Okay, what is going on here? You can't go in there. You can't get out because you're trying to get in there. Alright. Then you just head somewhere else. Okay, we got ourselves a traffic jam. Can you go somewhere else? You're still going to try and go through there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, well, let's copy you. Let's paste you there. I think this is probably because my refueling station is now too small for the number of trains we have in the system. Though it looks like it got unclogged. Alright, somehow it got unclogged. Perfect. Change of plans. Head to the refinery. We're going to add more natural gas wells and multi-phase oil wells to the network as things go, but I'm definitely going to have to look into expanding. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these guys could use offloading at a faster rate. But for now, it's probably okay. I mean, I could run a whole bunch more separate lines, but I think this should be okay for now. I mean, they're not staying in there at an exorbitant amount of time. Alright, I did get nitinol processing research done. Fluid handling 4, which gives us better pumps. We don't actually have nitinol plate yet. So... And stack consider capacity bonus. Tool belt. You know what? Let's get the next tool belt level. Okay, now with all of that taken care of, we need to begin the actual process of processing. Oh, we got this little thing right there. That's going to be a bit of an annoyance. We'll see if we can't work around it. Okay, but we're going to probably start with multi-phase oil. Alright, so multi-phase oil first is going to need to be broken down into crude oil, raw gas, and sulfuric wastewater. We're going to need a big storage area for sulfuric wastewater, and we're going to want to pick that up and deliver it somewhere eventually. And we're also going to need to just dispose of it as well. Okay. So... now, when we separate this stuff, we're going to get raw gas, condensates, and sulfuric wastewater. So we're going to get raw gas from both of these processes. So raw gas is probably something we're going to want to do a mass storage area for. Or at least a significant storage area for, anyway. Okay, tool belt 3 is done, so now we got another row on our tool belts. Let's see. Armored fluid wagon. Don't really need that. Solar energy 4. I get nuclear fuel reprocessing. It takes 1,500 of each of these packs. Ouch. Character inventory slots. Let's grab the inventory slots. Okay. So, this is done in one of these things. Oil gas separators. Let's build 2 of them to start with. Okay, we're going to start setting them up. Probably... so I don't think that raw gas is actually used for anything. Let's see... raw gas. Find where it's used. It's used to fill barrels, and it's used for raw gas refining to produce acid gas and natural gas liquids. Okay. But it's not used to actually make any intermediate products. Okay. So it's not something we're going to want to have a loading bay for example. Alright, so let's go ahead and start setting up let's start setting it up here. I may need to get some cliff explosives to remove that, but okay. So what you guys are going to be doing first is oil separation, raw gas, crude oil, sulfuric wastes. Okay. And we may actually do 2 lines of this. You gotta just have a big old bank of this to do both natural gas and multi-phase oil. That may make sense. Let's see if I can sort that out. Alright, you're gonna need to pump Alright, let's see. Let's line it up. You there. And then we'll need to get a little guy there to relay. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to have crude coming out. And we'll probably need a bit of a buffer container. But we have crude making its way out. Right. And the way I want to have his inputs go this way, outputs go this way. Okay, so there we go. And then we're going to have natural or raw gas. And then we're going to have to do something with sulfuric wastewater. Right. Okay. So let's just drop this down here and let's see where everything comes out. Okay, so we're going to have sulfuric wastewater, natural, and we have condensates. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Could I do something like this? And then have natural gas or the raw gas coming out here, and then have that happening. I think so. Let's drop that in. Boom, just like that. And then you do this. All right, and then you do that. Copy that over. All right, and then it would be is like, ooh, messy, but not impossible. Okay. So then we just need to route some natural gas in here. wrong way. Okay, and there we are. And then what we can do is kind of use this area for some basic storage. So we're getting raw gas. We're going to want a tank for that. We're going to want a tank for that. We're going to want 2 tanks for the rest of the outputs. The gas condensates. And the crude oil. Alright, so let's kind of give that some suitable room. Let's go with you there. Let's go with... some storage like that. Wait a minute, we have 4 outputs, I think. Right? Crude, raw gas, condensates, and then, yeah, we're gonna stick sulfuric waste there. Something's got to be done with the sulfuric waste. Alright, so let's route that out here first. You can go there. Okay. And then we have the raw gas coming in there. Okay. And then we'll just have to figure out what we're going to do with it from there. I can put a pump coming out here, pump coming out there, and pump coming out there. Yeah, we can route all this stuff where it needs to be. And then this whole process is expandable to the south, so that we can just keep adding more and more and more of these units in as needed and route the pipes back this way to then move on to the next stage. I think that should probably work. Alright, so then we just need to figure out what it is we're going to do with each of these outputs. I think for now what we might just need to do is clarify the sulfuric wastewater, but because we are going to want to deliver that somewhere at some point, but we don't have anywhere to deliver it right now, and it's just going to clog up the system, so we'll have to put a clarification area somewhere. Alright, but I think what we'll do is go ahead and end the episode here, and I'll try and see how I can lay this, how I want to lay this out moving forward from this point before next episode. So, for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.